What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Phaithful Phanatics Show / DSM pregame live / double DSM pregame live. We have so much to get into, so much to talk about, so much to preview on tonight's show. The Phillies stay alive, taking Game 3, 8-2 in Los Angeles last night. Rob Thompson pushes the correct buttons last night, starting Aaron Nola for 2 innings, handing the ball over to Ranger Suarez. The top 3, really the top 4 in the lineup, come up huge in this one. The bats get going, and the boys survive to live another day. Game 4 tonight in just over an hour, man. We're going to be previewing that, seeing if the Phils can even the series up 2-2 and force that dreaded Game 5 for the Dodgers back here at the bank on Saturday. The Birds coming off of a loss as well this past week, Scotty. They're back in action tonight in the Meadowlands. Short week taking on Jackson Dart and the division rival New York Giants. If you are a puckhead, we're not really going to talk too much. We're not going to talk about it right now because there's a little bit more important things at hand. But the Flyers kick off their season tonight against, I believe it's in Florida, against the defending champs and the Panthers. So, you know, we'll have some more topics to get into as the weeks progress. But as always, guys, make sure to check us out on Twitter at DSM_media is where you can find us. Make sure to hit that follow button and then check out the link tree in our bio. It will take you directly to the YouTube channel. Make sure to subscribe. I'm one half of your host, Dylan Davis. To my right, my faithful co-host, Scotty, commenting down below, my former co-host. I thought he was faithful. I thought he was a faithful co-host, Scotty.
He's consistent.
Over, says Ginn. He's been done since the end of Game 1. We'll see if they can change his mind tonight. The reverse jinx might be in full effect. Dodgers,
I like it.
He's saying the Phils do have the pitching advantage, which we're going to get into tonight. So it's going to be very, very fun. But my man, happy Thursday. What is going on?
Consistent and persistent, Mr.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Matt McGinty. Appreciate you checking in, sir. Appreciate you as well, D-Rab. Happy Friday Eve. You mentioned it's a triple decker, a triple header, whatever you want to call it, of Philly sports tonight. But obviously, we start with the biggest matchup first, and that's going to be the Phillies and the Dodgers, man. You mentioned it. Bounce back, if you want to call it a bounce back, whatever you want to call it, you know, coming alive on the road. And making this a series ultimately once again. I'm not going to just dive in too much too early here, but yeah, I'm excited nonetheless, man. I'm right there with you. And I think they've reawakened us. We'll see what happens tonight. That's obviously going to be the big teller. That's going to be the big shifter. But you mentioned it, having Sanchez on the mound versus Tyler Glasnow.
It's advantage Phillies, bro.
It's advantage, yeah, definitely advantage.
It's not showing on the books. The Phillies are underdogs, and I guess rightfully so, right? In Los Angeles, Glasnow is still Tyler Glasnow, even though we've had some success against him earlier in the year. He has not had great postseason success total in his career, so he is a guy that you're looking to get to. It is advantage Phillies, but apparently it's not.
Fourth option, right? Like, it's an okay fourth option, I guess, but...
For sure.
I like Sanchez more, though, for sure.
Absolutely, yeah. A potential Cy Young candidate, or definitely a Cy Young candidate, potential winner, I should be saying, in the National League this year. But let's go back to that game last night, man. A lot of things went right, and I'm not going to lie to you. Like, Ginn commenting series is over. I think after, you know, at the end of Game 1, the way they lost that game, I think that's the wheel started to spin in a lot of fans' heads. Like, that's how you just lost the series. You lose both in Philly. Series definitely over, right? They're really going to go to LA, this lifeless team. The bats can't do anything. Schwarber's 0 for his last 21 or whatever the case was. They're dead. And then they come out in LA last night, Scotty. I'm not going to lie to you. Through 3 innings, they did nothing to change my mind. If anything, I thought, oh, wow, this is how bad we're going to go out. This is how sad we're going to go out. They didn't have it hit through 3 innings. I think Bryce Harper walked in the first. It's the only base runner we had through a third of the game. Yamamoto was dealing. And I just, at that point, I thought with how little life this lineup already had, if they didn't jump on them within the first 2 innings or something, or look like a different team at the plate, at least, you know, rip a double early in an inning or something and threaten, I thought it was over. I didn't know quite how they would kind of switch that real quick. But yeah, what's up?
Let me ask you this. Yeah. How did you feel when Nola was taken out of the game?
So funny, right? Because you kind of understood that was Topper's plan. Maybe not 2. Well, I didn't know if it was 3 innings, 4 innings, whatever it was going to be.
Nola looked all right.
Really good.
He looked really good. He looked the best he's looked at times this season, right?
I mean, and his last start in the regular season, no one was really paying attention to it. It's a bad team, and the Twins, I think he went, 8 scoreless, 8 shutout innings in that one. So he has been throwing the ball better as of late. He's had the postseason success. 2 innings. Obviously, if Marsh doesn't dive for the ball, it's a Mookie Betts single in the first inning, not a triple, and he's not even threatened in that sense.
Yeah.
But
hero ball.
Yeah, no, I was at first I was hesitant because I just thought, give him one more inning at least, and then Ranger comes out and gives up a first pitch home run at Tommy Edman, and you're going, oh my god, this is not happening.
Did he press the wrong button again? But no, obviously
Ranger, in, man.
Yeah, he locked in. No, I'm with you, man. The way the night started, I will say, I don't know about you. It felt like they were being a little bit more aggressive at the plate overall.
Early, yeah.
Obviously, it started to kick in at post third inning, of course, as you mentioned. But I did feel like they were being a little bit more confident in their swing, if that makes sense.
Yes, and we know that this lineup specifically has always been a huge – and a lot of teams are, right? This isn't just specifically to the Phillies, but they're a momentum lineup, right? They feed off of each other and the energy of others. And when they're down bad. But when they're rolling, they're the best. They're one of the best in baseball, if not the best. And before that Schwarber pitch, man, he went up 2-0, and I'm sitting there just going, because they've been late the whole series. Whether someone's throwing 101 or someone's throwing 95, they're behind a tick, fouling off. They're just not jumping on anything. And I swear on my life, I sat there and said, if he throws you 96 up, you cannot miss it. And boy, did number 12 not miss 96 right over the heart of the plate. Quite literally hit it out of Dodger Stadium last night, 117 off the bat, 55 plus feet. And that started it, right? Because then following that, what did Bryce do? Bryce walked or singled the very next. I think he singled the next at bat. Boom, comes up, rips one up the middle. Aggressive base running. Now, that can go one of two ways. If Bryce gets tagged out there after we started to get momentum, you're going, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You made the Dodgers have to make a play. You made them have to make a throw.
In a game you need
pressure on the base paths. Bang, we catch a break, run score. Bohm gets the third because his hustle to second. Marsh drives them in, and they never looked back from that point, man.
Yeah, take the handbrake off, like you said. Like, you're going to have to take some risks to beat a team as talented as the Dodgers, and that's what they started doing. They started playing with Philly's confidence that, if we can go out here, we can take risks, and we could make mistakes that cost us this game, but we have confidence that we know we're going to not make those mistakes, and they're talented enough to do so, man. You started to see it. And, something that has stuck out to me as well, just coming from the other side of things, man, Ohtani in this series at the plate. I'm not trying to jinx anything, so knock on wood, of course. But it's been interesting. It's been interesting to see him at the plate in the series.
I'll take a step further, bro. Like, I know Mookie Betts had 2 hits last night, and obviously the one, getting past Marsh. So it's when I want to say the Phillies have been better, that I don't mean that. They were down 2-0. They're still down 2-1 on the road.
They've had their moments
better
too.
Team, but that Dodgers lineup has done little to nothing. I mean, if Teoscar Hernandez doesn't hit a 2-out bomb, this is a completely different series at this point. Ohtani's like 1 for 13 at this point, 1 for 14.
I thought so. Yeah, because he didn't have a hit last game. He had one the game before.
Coming into this game, so he has 3. I think Freddie has 2 or 3 hits on the series. Kike has 2 hits on the series, 1 being the double. Like, they've had the timely hitting, Kike, Teoscar, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But the Phillies pitching staff has kept this lineup in check basically for 3 games, man. It's such a shame and a pain of how it turned out the first 2 games, because they haven't done anything. But, you mentioned Ohtani just not doing Shohei Ohtani things in the biggest moments, right? And going down looking time and time again, it feels like. On the reverse side, the big boy showed up finally. I mean, 7 for 13 last night, add on 2 walks. Hell, I'll take it down a slot to Alec Boehm, 2 for 3. Did he walk? He had 2 walks as well, adding on 2 hits. So, your top 4 showed up. JT showed up.
Yeah.
Max Kepler walked twice. Phillies had 18 base runners last night. That's Phillies baseball, like you mentioned earlier.
Yeah, no, I completely agree, man. And you mentioned that top of the lineup. When they show up, this team's going to be borderline unbeatable. I mean, that's what it comes down to, especially when you have the pitching to complement it, man. So it was nice. It was nice to see them kind of turn that heel. It opens up that idea going forward that maybe, just maybe, the bats caught fire last night, and that's what we have to hope. That's what we have to believe. Just seeing the way, even the way they popped off in the 8th inning towards the end of the game.
Continuing
Clayton
to add on, right? Yeah, it's a great point. Like, and that Dodgers bullpen, man, that Dodgers bullpen. After we saw Roki in Game 1, we saw Glass now throw 2 innings in Game 1.
Yeah,
and you're like, man, is Dave Roberts kind of figuring out how to maneuver in playoff baseball?
Sasaki,
the last 2 games, the Phillies are getting to the Dodgers bullpen like we suspected. So that's huge. And when we turn the table to tonight, which we'll get into in a second, like you're talking about, are the bats starting to catch fire? Is Glass now really the guy that can extinguish that? Ohtani, yeah. Blake Snell, yeah. Is Tyler Glass now, with his postseason struggles, the guy to extinguish the flame that they started last night? I don't know, man. It's going to be fun to see tonight. Step 1. Check like that. I know it's still a huge task. It's still a huge ask for this team to take 3 in a row against the Dodgers. The first 2 having to be in LA. We'll see what happens. It's not like I'm like let's go. This series is ours. But step 1 was so big because you feel that, right?
Yeah,
you feel that little turn. It's easier said than done for the Dodgers to have to sweep us.
Yeah,
but you feel that turn because now you don't do it tonight.
Yeah,
you're making a cross-country flight again, going to a place that apparently the guys in your own locker room were shocked to have taken 2 from the get-go.
Yeah.
You taking all 3 at the bank at that point?
And it emphasizes the beginning of this game so significantly because right now, to your point, it's not that the Phillies have like complete control of this series. Right? It's not like that. They're down 2-1. But at the same time, they kind of have the advantage to start this game specifically because if you can get off to a hot start, give Sanchez some run support early in this game, you're going to be in great shape. And as far as odds in taking this series back to Philadelphia. So I just think it's beyond key, right? To get to Glass now early, to your point, get to the bullpen as far as from the Dodgers side of things. Get their bullpen out there early and give Sanchez some run support and some confidence going into the middle innings, man. And we're going to be smooth sailing here. But that's a big, big ask. It's not that simple as, it may sound there. But I do think when you think of it that way, the Phillies have control of where the pressure can go ultimately. Yeah. If they go down early in this game and Sanchez has to be taken out early, the pressure goes and flips on the Phillies.
Right? And at that point, that Dodgers lineup, especially in LA, they get rolling. They start teeing off on, a Tanner Banks if he has to come in the 5th or 6th inning or something like that. Then things can start to get out of control, and the season will quite literally be over at that point. But you are 1,000% correct. The first third of this game, the first 3 innings, offensively, are going to be so freaking key for this team because you do not want to allow Glass now to settle in. You don't want to allow him to get through 6 innings and then hand it over to a Roki and whoever else at the back end where Roberts can kind of maneuver. I want Tyler Glass now out of this game by the start of the 6th, the end of the 5th, somewhere in that ballpark. And that's where you'll find success tonight, man. But again, it starts, Topper's making the right call. Again, I know that Bader injury makes it a lot easier to do things like this.
Yeah.
But just, if it ain't broke, don't fix it right now. And he's throwing out the exact same order as last night, and that's what you have to do tonight.
Yeah, no, I agree. But I did want to ask you a follow-up question to the Sanchez situation. And it's not – I shouldn't say Sanchez, the pitching situation. So let's say Sanchez does have to come. How are you approaching this game? Obviously, all hands on deck, similar fashion as last night. But a little bit different with Sanchez at the helm there. Like, how are you approaching this if Sanchez has to leave this game early?
Right. It's an elimination game. You're 1 game away from forcing the game 5, right? So it is all hands on deck to your point, but this is his game. First of all, it should be his game regardless. But the all hands on deck, like, oh, can I turn it over to someone else? You threw both of those guys yesterday.
Yeah.
which is fine. But like you're not turning the ball over to Walker Buehler in the middle innings or Taiwan Walker who pitched a little bit last night. You're not doing that, right? And this honestly, when the all hands on deck scenario is, are you allowing Duran to throw 2 innings? Are you allowing Duran to try to get 4 or 5 outs?
Yeah.
Is that's all hands on deck?
You preserved him last night, right?
He can do it. I mean, look, it's a dice roll, but if it's a 1 or 2 run game in the 8th, and your best option is a fresh Johan Duran, fuck it, dude. I mean, let's try to see if he can give us 6 outs because he's your best option at that point. That's what all hands on deck would mean to me tonight. This is Christopher Sanchez's game. Like you need Christopher Sanchez to get in like to the 7th, like through 6 minimum, maybe get an out in the 7th or something. You know, when I did the preview show with Hembo, it's been the bridge between starters and bullpens for both of these teams that have changed the direction of the series, right?
Yeah.
Like once our starters in games 1 and 2 have been pulled, that's when the Dodgers have done their damage and really cashed in. Yesterday, now we did get to Yamamoto a bit, but it was 3-1 when their bullpen really started to, have to get churning, and we unloaded on the bridge before the 8th, into the 8th inning. So that's what will ultimately find a way to, how they win this game.
Yeah, no, I completely agree, man. It is interesting though when I start to think about this game and Christopher Sanchez, and I look at the odds. Right, you go to DraftKings.
Yeah, I know.
And you see the odds for some of
what is Vegas attempting to do? Yeah,
I think it's 6 Ks in this game, which he's been lights out lately and approaches 7 or 8.
His outs are 15 and a half, bro. That's 5 1/3.
Right.
I'll tell you, like I laid money line already. Just throw that out there.
Yeah.
I just want to put my faith in them to win. I don't want to have to worry about.
I'm laying money line too, man.
However, like what's getting me right now is I don't think they win this game if Christopher Sanchez can't throw more than 5 1/3.
Right.
So do I just lay the 15 and a half, 16 and a half outs, whatever it is right now?
Yeah.
I mean, that's less than 6 total innings pitched for him.
Yeah.
It's not like he's going to have a short fucking leash. There's no way.
Is the idea just playing the Dodgers lineup in that short amount of time? Is that like
I guess so. Apparently, it has to be. But
yeah, that just has to be the idea. But it's interesting, man. Who are you looking at in this game, Leo? Like who is your guy in this game, the game changer in this game for you?
It's a great question, man.
And obviously Sanchez. It's an easy.
Yeah, I do have an
Sanchez,
about Sanchez
right?
in a moment, but to keep this within the lineup, I'll go with Schwarber or Harper, and I know that's the easy way out. And like, one of the two big names here. But to me, like what you saw Schwarber do to ignite that fire last night, what you saw Harper do the very next 2 at bats by putting the pressure on the base paths and getting things, adding on to that, adding on from that tie game at 1-1. They're not only are they the best players and will have the overall biggest impact and come up with the biggest hits. They're the ignition. Like they are the motor that fires everybody else up, right? Because we've had games where JT Realmuto shows up. That hasn't ignited Bryce and Kyle. We've had games where Castellanos rips a double down the line to make it a 1-run game. It hasn't ignited the top of the order.
Yeah.
The top of the order calms everybody else down. And all it takes tonight is a 2-run shot or a gap double from one of these 2 guys early in this game. And it can flip this game on its head. So I'll go if I have to pick one. Give me Bryce. I think Bryce puts one over the wall tonight. If I had to give out a home run pick, for you, obviously he was very good last night, but he wasn't quite the fire that Schwarber was, right? With his 2 bombs. No. But I'll go with Bryce. The Sanchez thing that I'll kind of throw your way, man. And ask you this: like, he's been so good, so dominant. How much pressure is on him to like post Zach Wheeler injury? He has stepped up to the plate and been the true number 1. He's a freaking Cy Young candidate, right?
Yeah.
But like we're just glossing over the fact that this dude is being thrusted into this position for the first time in his career, having to pitch 2 games in the first 4 against the defending champs in this offense. Already handled them very, very well in game 1 and put his team in a position to win. and now has to keep his team's season alive on the road with another great performance.
Yeah.
Like, he's been so good. We're just taking it for granted that Christopher Sanchez is going to be great tonight. And I'm praying that remains the case, because I don't want to be negative here. I don't want to say the word I don't want to say the term I wouldn't be surprised, because I do think he goes out and shoves. But like, yeah, man, like, what if Ohtani rips a 2-run home run off of him early in the game? What are you going to do? You know what I mean? Like, you can't have it in this moment, but what are you going to, like, we're just asking this. We're just telling this kid, hey, you're the guy, and we need you to go shove again in Dodger Stadium.
I think of it this way, man. You look at the game 1 spot that he was in, and like, does this have more pressure? Like, I get it. It's backs on the wall, like win or go home. Like, yes, there's a significant amount of pressure on him, but more pressure than game 1 at CBP in the bank to control the series and hold home field advantage as the ace for the team. Not only that, but going head to head with Shohei Ohtani on the mound on the other side as well. So I think when you think of it from that perspective, it's like, tonight I'm coming in, but the other guy on the other side on the mound is Tyler Glasnow. It's not Shohei Ohtani. Like, it's not worst case scenario here.
Good point.
I don't know. It's
because
like,
maybe you don't have to be quite as perfect,
right?
Every pitch doesn't feel need to be quite as perfect as if the other guy on the other mound, coming in is that big of a threat, right? To your point, but like, to D-Rab's point, and to kind of what you're saying, man, the internal like, embrace of competition. Like, he started out by being great. Luzardo followed it up by being great. Nola and Ranger followed it up by being great. Now him, like, let me go be great for those guys again.
If he goes into Dodger Stadium tonight, or this afternoon out west, right? 3 p.m. game for them.
Great point, bro.
If he goes into Dodger Stadium today and is able to control this game and help the Phillies come back to CBP with a W, I mean, it's going to be hard. Now, obviously, barring the rest of the postseason and how it plays out, it's going to be hard going into next season deciphering who's the ace between Zach Wheeler and Christopher Sanchez if he can go into these settings and do what he's been able to do this entire season. And quite honestly, the last season too, right? Like, this has been Sanchez. And so, yeah, I think, like, yes, there's pressure, but at this point, I think he's kind of proven that he can handle it. I think we have a right to go into this feeling like we have the advantage and have that confidence.
Wholeheartedly, we
agree. To answer your question, I think it's there, but I think he's gonna be fine. I do.
I'm glad you brought up the afternoon in Los Angeles, because I tweeted this out last night, and I sent a few colorful text messages to some people last night as we went up 8-2. Because that fan base, that whole city, is such a fraudulent sports town. Fraudulent. And I know you're up 2-0. You can kick your feet up. You're in the sunshine. You got the nice weather. Blah, blah, blah. Fraudulent, fraudulent, fraudulent. That crowd was a nothing yesterday. That crowd got put out early. It's 6:08 here.
Yeah.
It's 3:08 on a Thursday in Los Angeles. I will be stumped if, when that camera hits at 6:08, that place is sold out, on their feet, going nuts, and continue to go nuts into the first inning. Because so much has been made of home field advantage, or the lack thereof, at the bank, and the quotes of the pressure from Alec Boehm and Nick Castellanos, and then Harper kind of says, what are you talking about? So on and so forth. I think there's a argument can be made that it goes against the Dodgers at home, like, in just for this specific moment. That crowd was a nothing last night. And as soon as they got punched in the mouth, they sat the F down. 3:08 in Los Angeles? The sunshine's going to be out, brother.
Yeah. It's so
I don't like. I think if the Phillies could get on Glasnow early tonight and put up a crooked number and get up 3-0, 4-1, somewhere in that ballpark, it's coming home. It's coming home for a game 5. I wholeheartedly believe it.
Yeah, no, I ultimately agree with you as well. Get on the board early, man. That's going to be so crucial, and you're going to be full steam ahead if you can do that, man. But
Yeah.
no, I got the Phillies winning tonight, man. I do. I guess I don't know score. I mean, it just,
It's
however,
tough. It's
just
tough.
win, just win,
Yeah.
just get it back to
1000%.
CBP. Like that's kind of how I feel about it, man. Sanchez come out tonight, shove, and I think we're going to
Yeah.
be in a great spot. But yeah, like I said, I think we have a right to have confidence in our pitching
Tonight,
kind of
because
going
the
into
clubhouse should as
yeah,
well. First of all, you not that you have nothing to lose, like your season ends, but like you did go here 2-0. Like the pressure for tonight specifically is just now. Like last night, it was all on you. Your season's on the
yeah,
line. Now it's a little more balanced because they don't want to come. They don't want to travel on a plane back across the country when they should have had this thing wrapped up in 3 or 4.
yeah.
And then you turn
I'm
it into
back.
a winner go home for both teams on Saturday night. So that's the pressure there. And you have to be thinking if you're in that clubhouse, right, bro? You go, I know Ranger, but it was Nola for 2 innings, and we knew the piggyback that was going to occur. If
Yeah,
you went into last night, Nola versus Yamamoto, and you come away with an 8-2 win, why would you not have confidence that you can go Sanchez Glass now and not come away with a win tonight?
yeah.
You should be
It's a great
confident.
point. It's a great point.
We can switch topics because I do want to ask you and the listeners a question here because the
Yeah,
Flyers
what's up?
play at the Phillies play at 6, the Flyers play at 7, the Eagles play at 8, right, on Amazon
Yeah.
Prime. And someone had tweeted out earlier and said it was funny. Fine, I'll be the guy. I'll sacrifice a 10-0 Flyers loss for a Phillies win, right? I want to take it a step further. I'm sacrificing an Eagles loss to the Giants tonight for a Phillies win.
I ultimately would. I would. But I just don't think we have to.
I agree.
I already got my money on the Eagles spread, so nah. But I would, in theory, I would trade an Eagles loss for because I mean the Eagles are going to win plenty of games.
Yeah, I agree. But Martian, this is probably just the negative voice in his head. But like, why do you think the Eagles are going to lose tonight? Because I'll tell you this: there's not a fucking chance in hell the Eagles lose tonight.
Is he saying lose or is he saying they're going to be loose?
I think he meant lose.
Okay.
He did use loose.
I think it will be loose tonight.
Yeah,
I think this is a game you come into very loose. Just have some fun.
Yeah, it's a great point, dude. It's like it's so sad that they're like such on the back of my mind. Like I keep forgetting they even play tonight. Like I'm from a gambling perspective, I'm like, all right, I got the Phillies at 6. I already know like I'm yelling money. I'm playing money line. Like maybe I'll go Sanchez prop or whatever. I don't know yet. But then I'm thinking, all right, well, we have late night baseball or whatever. I keep forgetting I have an Eagles game to bet on.
It's an elimination game for the Phillies, like just have like a Thursday night game against the Giants. I mean, it is, like even last night, it's like I didn't get to watch the Saquon documentary because I was watching the Phillies game. So I'm gonna have to wait to see that Saquon doc a little bit later. But
for sure,
no, it'll definitely. I mean, what the Phillies game starts is it 6:08?
Yeah.
6:08, so it'll start about 2 hours.
It's a little over 2 hours till the Eagles start. So I mean, I don't want to say we could. It could be the 7th inning, a tie game. I don't know. But we may have a decent amount of knowledge as to where this game's going by the time the Eagles start, right? Like,
yeah, I was just going to say you would only have to miss a little part of the.
Yeah, like we could be in celebration mode heading into the Birds game, or we could be losing, like Gint said, 9-1 in the 7th, 8th inning and be like, all right, well, time to watch the Eagles, I guess. But
yeah.
No, how are you feeling about the Eagles game? I mean, I texted you ahead of this. I mean, I just felt like tonight with the energy that we needed to give to the Phillies, it's just I mean, it's the Giants, man. The Eagles need to bounce back from their loss. They need to come out and win. They need to dominate. They need a dominating win on their record. Like they haven't had one this season. Like I don't know, rookie quarterback against Vic Fangio. I'm not trying to be overly confident. It's not like that. It's just this Giants team went on the road and lost to the Saints, but not only lost, but turned the ball over 5 times as well, man. I mean, I don't feel that way. I get that perspective, Martian. I do. I don't feel that way, but even if I did, it's the New York Giants tonight.
Yes. So that's
without Malik Neighbors.
That's first and foremost. Like, so to D-Rap's point, I do hear you, and it's any given Thursday, it's any
Never
given
know.
Sunday, any given Monday.
fair.
We know that, but this is the 1-4 Giants coming off of a loss to Spencer Rattler and the New Orleans Saints. And we're also coming off of a loss on a short week. And it's like, if I had to give you my prediction right now, I think it's a slaughter in the Meadowlands. I don't know. I don't think Jackson Dart and that offense can do anything. There's no Malik Neighbors, obviously. Unfortunately, he's out for the season. I believe Darius Slayton is out for this game as well. I think Tyrone Tracy's on track to play, but, Cascadabo's been getting most of the work. I don't think this Giants offense is going to be doing much of anything tonight. And, I mean, look, they had the closed-door meeting between Saquon, Jalen, and AJ, which we haven't even touched on this week on Monday. Whatever it is that's going on, I truly don't know. It's getting tiring. You guys just want a goddamn Super Bowl together. Everyone looks pretty cozy at the parade and celebrating. What could have taken place? I don't know. I'm over it. You're grown men. You're getting paid a lot of money. For Christ's sake, like one of yous or both of yous are, or whatever, the godfather to one of your kids, like Jalen's the godfather of one of AJ's kids. Like, work it the fuck out. This is a team that you should go into tonight and fix all those problems. Yeah. This should be, if not a combination of both, it's one or the other. This is AJ Brown, Devontae Smith in the passing game popping off, or it's the first like Saquon breakout
combination game
we've had, this season so far. But no, the Jackson Dart, I think, is going to get hit a lot. I think he's going to turn the ball over. I don't think the Giants are going to score more than like 14 points. And I think that the Eagles offense does a lot of what they want to do tonight, man.
Yeah, no, I tend to agree, and I don't think it's that they just need a win, Martian. I think they need to dominate tonight. I think they will, and if they don't, I think we'll be talking about a lot of red flags come tomorrow. Like, if the Eagles go out and lose this game, or if it's even honestly close, like if it's like down to the wire against Jackson Dart and the Giants, and like whoever he's throwing the fucking ball to, like, then I'm gonna have some major concerns about this roster. But I think last week, yes, you just had these complete opposites, right, in halves. And when I see that, I know that it's in there. So I just can't lose complete faith.
Correct.
From that standpoint.
Right. For the third straight week, you got a Jekyll and Hyde act from your team and your OC.
A very, very high and a very, very low, right? Yes. And I just have to assume that the Super Bowl champs, like, yes, there is that little inkling of doubt or worry that maybe they do have a Super Bowl hangover. Maybe this lasts all season. It's possible. But I think for right now, we have to instill our faith in Jalen Hurts and this offense and Saquon Barkley and AJ to get it right tonight and take care of business against the Giants, man, and take care of business early. So, I think it's a great game to figure out the trenches, Martian, like to your point. Like, I think the offensive line figure it out tonight.
This is as good of a tune-up game that you could ask for. Short week. And then, correct me if I'm wrong, do we go on the bye following this? No, we play the Vikings. When the hell is our bye week?
I honestly have not even thought about that. But
is it after the second Giants game between the Packers? So we play the Giants at home on October 26th, and then we play the Packers on Monday Night Football on the 10th.
Looks like it, yeah.
So that would be the bye week between there, if my math is correct. Yeah, it has to be for sure. So all right, so wrong Giants game. But anyway, you have two of your next three come against this Giants team. One on the road on a short week, the other one coming at home. You're probably looking at Carson Wentz or a J.J. McCarthy coming back from injury in Minnesota. So the schedule continues to line up for them before it gets pretty gruesome for a minute. But I think this is as good of a tune-up game that you could possibly want in this scenario. But let me tell you, bro, like Martian sprinkling a little bit of a, I'm a Philly fan. I'm negative. What can I do about it? Listen, I hear you, because we've had a lot of negatives in this city in my lifetime across all four sports teams. If somehow the Phillies get eliminated tonight after railing me back in game 3 and they get sent to Cancun, and the Eagles find a way to lose back-to-back games and lose to the Giants in the Meadowlands. This might be the worst week, just 7 days, 6 days of my Philadelphia sports fandom. From where my mindset was this past Friday, heading into 2 games at the bank, 4-0 Eagles on Sunday, 2 more playoff games, and an Eagles-Giants Thursday night game. If it goes so bad tonight, this will be the worst 5-6 day stretch of my entire fandom.
It's very fair. Very fair.
Yeah, so to
Not
Brian's
gonna
point,
happen.
look, I mean, I'll tell you this: the Flyers are going to lose. Throw that out there. Which the funniest thing, the most ironic thing will be they'll be the team that wins tonight. But no, they're going to lose. They're going to lose to the Panthers. Whatever. The Phillies very well could lose, man. They're underdogs. They are down 2-1. It's in LA. I know. I'm trying to push the train forward and get us back, will us back to a game 5.
Yeah.
I want it so badly. They very well could lose this game. The Eagles are not losing this game, fellas. I don't know where that inkling. I get being negative. I get the Philadelphia fandom in us. I don't know what's going through your guys' minds that they're going to lose to the Giants.
Yeah.
The Giants just lost to the Saints by 2 scores.
The main thing for me, man, I don't know, defense starting to crack. They gave up 21 points last weekend to the Broncos.
I
don't think they're starting to crack. I think the offense
was
completely shut down in the second half of that game and exposed the defense to a ton of snaps in the second half. I think they were tired. I think that's what it was. They're going to get against a rookie quarterback tonight without his number one option. Right. It's as simple as that.
I don't know, because obviously the Eagles were on at 1 o'clock, but at halftime or whatever, commercials, I was switching over to Red Zone, and I saw a couple of the Jackson Dart plays where he ran. There was one fumble that is so incredibly embarrassing that where he ran back. He just lost the football after running backwards for 10 yards. I don't know. Yeah, no, brother, listen. I get it. The Giants aren't the Broncos, and I told you that I don't even think the Broncos are that good. But the Giants are nowhere near the Broncos.
Yeah, that's first.
And it just goes a lot of ways, right?
The Giants secondary player.
The Rams. People still think the Rams are a Super Bowl contender or a championship contender. The Rams blew a second half 26-7 lead against us.
Name a Giants secondary player.
Right.
I get it. Kevin Patullo can drop the ball against the Broncos, maybe, but it's. I'll come on here and eat crow tomorrow if the Eagles lose. No, if we lose this game, we're all eating crow. Get the fuck out of here, man.
We'll be right back here.
I feel y'all sometimes on the negativity and shit. I could feel you after the first 2 games of the Phillies and you're out on the Phillies and you're done with them this season. I get that type of negativity, but come the fuck on. Against Jackson Dart?
I don't know. Yeah.
Negativity tonight? You're feeling doubt?
Yeah, I get it.
You guys are spoiled. You can't handle a loss. That's what it sounds like. You couldn't handle the Broncos loss. Now everything's falling apart.
It's a fair point, bro, because this is the first week we've had to recover from an Eagles loss.
Exactly.
In almost 300 or not, obviously the
Commanders, been a long while.
With Jalen Hurts starting and finishing, it's been over 365 days since the Eagles had won and had lost a game that we've had to come back from. So, yeah, I see it. I'm not going to.
It's a jinx thing. I get it. I do get it. I get it. Trying to jinx everybody into winning.
I will say this before we wrap up here. The Eagles are going to win. Scotty, it doesn't even matter if Kevin Patullo gets in his own way tonight.
Yeah, I agree.
They could win an ugly game 17-10. That's what this could be. They're not losing, but I will say, man, Kevin Patullo, you got to find a way. Whether Nick Sirianni step in or I don't know what needs to take place, but if you come out tonight against this Giants team and do more of the unbalanced shit, the unbalanced play calling, the 4 consecutive 3-and-outs in the third quarter, you're not running the ball up 2 scores, or you're not throwing the ball when the run's not working for 4 straight possessions. you can't find a way to get in your own way tonight, man. Like this game needs to be
Yeah.
just taken care of. This team needs to be taken care of because it's so mind blowing. Like I know we talked about it earlier on in the week, man, but like I really don't know if he has the intelligence to be a play caller. I know that might sound incredibly rude. I said it to you the other day. I question the man's overall intelligence, not just sports knowledge, not just football knowledge. I question his IQ. Like just the run. Passing game's not a factor. Pass. Saquon Barkley gets 6 carries.
Yeah.
What the fuck? To go to that last one. No, I don't think this team smells like 2023 at all. What people forget about the ending of that season, Scotty, is that we quite literally had like the 31st or 32nd ranked defense by the end of that year.
Yeah.
That defense was so bad on top of a Brian Johnson-led play calling offense. That was a problem. Yeah, all right, the defense allowed 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter. Like you said, they gave up 21 points in the game and were put on the field every 2 minutes in the fourth quarter. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the defense is still very, very good, and they're injured. They're going to get healthier. Nakobe Dean's coming back tonight, which is something we haven't mentioned because that's a question, man. Like, I know you can kind of rotate them a bit, but, like, are you really taking Jihad out of that position next to Bond? Like, would you do that? Or, like... they've been so good. And I know Nakobe was so good next to Bond last year too. So it's kind of unfair, but like that's not one of the broken parts of this team. So my question to you is like, are you tweaking one of the better parts of your team because Nakobe's better?
Yeah, I think so. But just because I think Jihad can make the pass rush better if he's used in a versatile manner. So I just think he can be used even more in a versatile or flexible fashion with the defense, man. I think you can move him around, whereas Nakobe can lock down the middle of that defense and get back to his captain and leader role in that unit. I love what Jihad Campbell has been doing, and I think you have the benefit of doubt as far as working Nakobe back in as well. You can take it slow with him. So I think eventually Nakobe does get mixed back into the mix, and I think he does become a vital point, but I don't think it removes Jihad Campbell ultimately. I think he's been too good to be removed from the picture.
It is odd timing because I know Martian or someone mentioned the MetLife turf earlier in the show. It's very odd timing to bring that dude back from that injury on this field. Like of any week, you could bring him back and get him back to being acclimated. We're throwing that knee out there in this scenario.
He may just suit up though, get a few snaps. Like he may not play any real. I don't know. We'll see what they do. I do feel that. I feel like they say he's coming back. Like that could be in a very minimal fashion.
Like he's active.
He's active. Suit up.
He might see a couple.
Run out on the field,
action,
warm up.
But he might not be the quote unquote starting backer next.
I don't think you're throwing him out there in the heat of the moment at the beginning of the game.
I would agree with you, bro. All right, man. Just under 30 minutes till first pitch out in LA.
Nerves are kicking in.
Sun's starting to go down around here. It's cloudy. It's whatever. Sun's shining bright out in sunny California, man. So I cannot wait to see what Dodger Stadium looks like at first pitch. Go take advantage of it and find a way to get them back at the bank on Saturday night, man, because you'll have a chance to go after history and it'll be quite the ride. So Eagles win, Phillies win. Flyers, do whatever you want to do tonight. I'll tune into you soon. I'll catch one of your games soon, fellas. But you're on the back burner at the moment. But guys, any other comments, Scotty? Any other thoughts before we get out of here?
No, just go out and win tonight, man. Obviously the Phillies game takes priority tonight. Just start strong, and I'll be feeling really good. But if we start slow, the nerves are really, really going to kick in. I will say that. But just go win. Find a way to win.
For sure. That is going to wrap up this Phaithful Fanatics double pregame show tonight. We will be live tomorrow afternoon, hopefully on a Victory Friday, a double Victory Friday, hell, a triple Victory Friday afternoon. We'll also be live for some Turf Talk chat tomorrow morning, afternoon as well. So make sure to tune in and tap into the Turf Talk YouTube channel as well. For myself, for Scotty, enjoy the rest of your night. Go Phils and go Birds.
Go Birds. Go fight.